SMSL M500. Graciously provided to me by the nice folks at Hi-Fi Express. So there'll be a $15 coupon from them. It is also available on Amazon if you search it out. This is SMSL's latest, greatest MQA-capable, balanced outputting preamp, DAC, headphone amp. Even has a high-res sticker on the top, so you know they're serious. And if I can pull this a little, just gib. It is pretty large, actually. And the reason it's big is because this is the first unit you plug 110 into the back of it. Most of the SMSL stuff is those little tiny cubes, like the M100, M300, all little baby cubes run on USB power, etc. This big boy cube. Actually, it's a brick. Very nice looking brick. So, quick tour of the unit. I'm using argons on it there. Can I shut it off? Long press front. Power out. This out. This out. This out. So, the fascia. Glass. And you can tell it's glass because I touched it and now it needs to be cleaned. Okay. Stay. So glass screen, will go over the menu. It's pretty basic. 1/4 inch output, not a balanced headphone out, although it is a balanced preamp. So we got 1/4 inch, we've got a digital knob. It's a push button rotary encoder. Nothing, boom. Available in 3 colors, by the way. Black, silver, and this red. Not blue, which is odd because SMSL seems to offer everything also not blue. Here's your main power switch. You do not need to use that. That's a hard kill power switch. Figure 8 plug, USB input, optical, coaxial. If you want to use MQA, which is the newest, best streaming format, lossy, I want to point this out, lossy streaming format, well then this will be used with USB. I actually don't have a Tidal subscription because I ended up spending them $300 or $400 when I first had Tidal, and I never really used it, and I'm like, fuck that. So I will find other ways to test MQA. I'm under the thought process that it's the masters. A lot of these things are getting remastered. We'll talk about MQA for a quick second while I hold this red brick in my hand. I think a lot of the MQA buzz is about the masters being presented. Not many places are offering MQA of just old mastered music. Everything's got to be new and everything's mastered for MQA. Once you do that, you've made a new master. So you could probably put it in any sort of proprietary streaming format you want and it'll sound different or better. I do plan on doing actual sit-down listening tests between raw MQA and then MQA that I've recorded into FLAC and played back on a DAC that isn't even MQA compatible, and trying to hear if there's a actual file type difference or just a mastering difference. I believe it's going to be the latter. We'll find out. Anyway, this is capable of MQA through the USB. Optical 1, optical 2, 1 on coaxial. Thank God. Finally, something with 2 opticals, because most of the stuff I have is optical. And then here are your outputs. You get a full set of RCAs, a full set of 2 RCAs, and 2 3-pin XLR balanced outputs. So it is a balanced DAC. Now, $400, that's not bad for everything you're getting here. You're getting a headphone amp, which we're going to discuss, because that's really the main crux of this is, okay, it'll do MQA. Great. How does the headphone amp perform? Do I need to get anything else for my desk, or can I just use that? And then, well, what other features does it have? And the remote control is a goddamn feature. Because the SMSL SU8 has been the go-to remote control DAC right up to this point. Now it'll probably be this. Although this is $400 versus that's like $250. Should have brought up the product page for that. Let's plug everything back in and I'll show you how this goes down. So power is, we'll shut the hard power off, plug it in. Then we're using my fiber optic output into, where's optical 1 is there. Then we've got a left speaker here, a right speaker there. We are using these Neumann KH80s. Power up. Turn that on. It says SMSL. And it's literally, here's what you get. You get headphone indicator to say that we're switched to headphone right now. Optical 1 is selected. PCM is the stream. 44.1 is coming in, and that's a picture of an optical connector. It looks kind of like an optical connector. It's fine. Turning this simply raises and lowers the volume. It goes from 0 to 40. Pressing it once brings you to the menu. This is like a 30-second clip of this video. This 22-minute video, calling it, this is the 30 seconds that explains the menu. Input, USB, optical, and optical coax. The end. Hold to back up. Output, line out or headphone out. If you don't have the remote, this is how you switch from the headphone out to the line out. So you'd have to go into this menu, you'd have to pick, I want headphone out, hold to exit the menu, and then you're back into, this really needs to be like extra cleaned today. For those of you who don't watch my live streams, the correct method for cleaning glass is dish soap and water first to break up the grease, then water to get off of that, then a good foaming glass cleaner, and then when you put the foaming glass cleaner on, spritz it with rubbing alcohol, then keep cleaning that, and then use just rubbing alcohol, and then end up with a rag, and you have perfect glass. Back to the menu. So input, you get to select the back. Output, you get two options. Filter, fast linear, slow linear, fast minimum, slow minimum, appetizing, and fast hybrid, and brick wall. I honestly can't hear the difference between any of these. I put it on brick wall just for shits and giggles, because I have some pretty bad music that's brick wall stuff. I'm assuming that's what it does. It fixes that. I don't know what appetizing is. Don't you get that before you eat your real meal? Let's put that on. Hold to return. Dimmer. Ooh. We've got 8 levels of dimmer from 1 to 9. I'll put it on 5 now. Back. And then system is just information. It's the SMSL M500. Software version 1.4. Hardware version 1.2. Dating for July 28th, 2019. And you press and hold to return, press and hold to return, press and hold. Oops, I shut it off. That's kind of a sketch system. It needs a back button, but I mean, this works. So you press and hold, turn it on. You don't have to use the big switch in the back. If you have the remote, which you should have the remote. It's one of those remotes that has these ABC buttons, and you have to press C first. Because if you press A, nothing works. Press B, nothing works. You press C, oh, now that's the code you want to use. Volume up and down, basic, up and down. The center button brings you into the menu and lets you navigate it. So you can do anything you want to do in the menu through the remote control. It's real nice. How's return go? I forget how return is it. Oh, mute does that. All right, so that's your options there. You can do a quick switch with this remote with the input key and the function key. Input will obviously switch inputs, and it just says it no signal on optical 2, coaxial. I love how there's pictures of everything. There's USB, there's optical, so it's real fast to switch through inputs. If you are thinking about a 2.0 in your living room, this is not a bad place to start. The remote control is very basic. Switch your inputs, raise and lower your volume, mute. That's all you need. It's got a power button. You can turn it off at night. You could use powered monitors in your living room. It's a great option for that. The SMSL SU8 is also a great option for that, and it's a better remote than that had. And then the function button, function literally bounces from headphone out to line out to headphone out. Luckily, it remembers the volume. In fact, I think if you put up, I have that paused. We crank this up to 40, and then right now the headphone is on the maximum output. If you switch over to the line and crank that up to 40, and then we switch back and forth, it'll leave the line at maximum, but it lowers the headphones down at least to 30, which is still fucking loud. There's no high-low gain on this, and I want to change the line out from 40, or these speakers will kill us all. So let's put them all like 20, which is half volume. We play music. 9 Inch Nails, Echoplex, great music.
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Because I called it Echoplex, oh fuck. There is a weird quirk, and I think I hate it.
Sorry, I'm not sure.
if I switch from the line out, which is the XLRs going to this, if I switch that to the headphone out, and then I don't wear headphones and I unpause the music, does this volume affect it? Yeah, it does. So that distortion doesn't happen until we're well above like 35. But it's leaking signal. Even though it's fully digital, when I disable the lineouts in the back and set it to headphone, the lineouts still play greatly reduced. Now, I'm using Argons, and the loudest I've had to set this volume is like 28. So you'll never have like speakers blasting while you're playing your headphones. But just know it's doing that. And then I think the other way around, how could I test? I gotta switch this back. So that's line out now. Ode to Johnny. Perfect. I love that red. So now those should be playing. Let's see if the headphones still have signal. These are awfully hard headphones to drive, however. Dead silence. So at least it only works. Honestly, it would be better if it worked the other way, where if you're playing speakers, headphones might still have signal, because the headphones playing quietly doesn't matter. It's gonna be interesting when you're using headphones and someone walks into your room and your speakers are just quietly playing what you're listening to. It's sort of surreal. I don't hate it. It's sort of like a reminder if you put your headphones down and there's music playing, like, hey, by the way, your music's still playing. But if you have speakers that sleep like these do, and they start getting signal, they're never gonna sleep. So just a little bit of a that they made in their the hardware of this. Argons headphone amp. Function headphone. So now everyone knows Argons take like either a very, very strange 1 watt from the X2O or 8 watts from that Emotiva. And I can pretty much enjoy them on this. I'm at 30 out of 40. And those are making noise, like good noise. Like a solid, usually the low end will be a little bit lacking on any amp that doesn't quite have the balls. And I don't think this plays these headphones. What the hell is that? Hold, please. There's a little screw here. Where did you come from? There's a little screw here, everybody. Okay, I'll deal with you later, Tim. Where was I? Zeus gets interrupted by screw. I said in the... Actually, it wasn't a tweet. It was the community post of the X2O on Massdrop. That there's only 2 amplifiers I trust with Fostex T50 mods. And it's that Emotiva that puts 8 watts a channel, and the X2O XD05 Plus over there that puts out 1 watt a channel. The 789 plays these. 6 watts a channel, clean. But I prefer them on something else. And this M500 plays these. Fine. But I still prefer them on something else. So it's got this power. And the thing is, I'm going to switch now from these. Take this out. And let's put these on. Slightly lower the volume. These are my ZMF Auteurs. No, Aeolus. Yes, wow. Auteurs are over there. Hi, baby. I know what I'm talking about. I do this for a living. Ha! Right, but it's been a while since I've had Aeolus on my head. And I was considering putting the Auteurs on, but I'm like, nah. So those are allowed at 30. These are allowed at 27. that doesn't make any sense. These should be way easier to power than those. It's just whatever this unit's doing. I should probably mention real quick, because, you know, I'm a reviewer and shit. How's the DAC, Zeos? Clean as fuck. At least up there with any of the other balanced DACs I reviewed. Geshelli Labs Enog. You've got the S-DAC balanced. The balanced output, I've balanced output into other amps. I have the Cayenne IHA6 that I use as my bench amp. Like, all right, put this balanced DAC into this balanced amp plugin. Oh, making it oh sound, and you're good. RC output's fine, a little less power, but that's what you expect from RCA versus XLR. The headphone thing is what's really surprising, because even though I don't prefer the T50s on it or the Argons on it over other things, power them just fine. Put these on there, and now you're looking at an all-in-one solution, DAC and headphone amp. You could sell ZMF headphones with just a line of these, which, by the way, wouldn't that look cool as fuck if there was just a line of like a cube made out of 16 of these, and you could have 16 headphones plugged in? I wonder if I have the sway to pull that off, because you can get a fiber optic splitter, and then you can get simple 8-way power plugs. They're not going to draw anything. You just have this giant cube of 16 of these in various colors, red on the outside, then 4 in the middle are black. These are excellent. These would work. You know where these would be great? Because they're so simple. You could put these in like storefronts, and just every little station where you want people to listen to headphones has one of these. Powers every headphone. Does not care about your impedance. Clean. I've had this on my desk for weeks now. Like, if you've been watching these reviews, or if this is your first one, hi, I'm Zeos. I like short walks on the beach, and preferably when the sun's setting, because I'll burn real easy. And I haven't taken it off, and I've used it for headphones, and I used it for speakers. I had to use it for the other speakers. It's a reliable, other than that weird fucking bleeding that it does, but it's a reliable DAC with a remote control. Which, by the way, when you adjust the volume, there's a slight... Bet you could probably hear it if I do this. Best red ever, by the way. Just want to point that out again. I don't think I stated it hardcore enough that glow, that perfect glow. Let me see. I'll switch the function to line. Oh yeah, a little bit. Every volume indication is a little, and then it stops at 40. But that isn't one of those like bad sound. Like, I've heard some sounds where you click the volume and it's like cut, 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 and you're afraid to touch it. This is just like a little, and I think it's doing. I don't think it's doing a resistor ladder. They would advertise the fuck out of that if it was doing a resistor ladder, but it reminds me of that the clicky volume control I had. Because it's one of the benefits of having a digital volume control is you're never going to have left and right out of fucking balance. You never, because it's literally digital. So, benefit. Now these, babies. I would use these on this, no problem. I can feel your power just like a you there, you know a headphone special when you have Neumann speakers, and you want to just hear the headphones more. Next track. Let's put on, before I fall in love with the I yell this all over again and forget their name because I'm a bad human being. Let's unplug that. Let's Neumann it up, because the Neumanns are really my most trusted headphone. It used to be I trusted my Ether C Flows, then I started pad swapping, and then I sort of found out like the Ethers, the CX were like so good with those new pads and different tuning, and I'm like, and these swept me off my feet. So if I put these up, Oh, by the way, we're at 30 again. Try to find a louder track. Okay, no, 30 is too high. 25. Lenny Kravitz, recorded like shit. Bacano's Guns N' Roses. Actually, it's just there. It's just there. I would almost not even bring it up, but it's there, and I have to. That's how loud the headphones are. I wish this had an analog input. If it had an analog input and I could just use the amp in it, I would route through it when I'm doing sound demos and then just leave it here for controlling any sort of speakers like this, because it's a great... It's one of those units that may not end up in a yard sale. It's $400. I sell it, but do I need it? What if I pull out another set of monitors? And I'm like, okay, well, I got to control these powered monitors. So then I got to go and I got to get a balance stack and I got to get my big clicky volume control out. It's a whole big mess. Where this, I just plug it in with a figure 8, plug it in with a fiber optic, play studio monitors. I have no hatred of this unit other than that weird leak. I kind of wish, this is the one thing I do wish, my SMSL D1, which is over there, and the SMSL SU8 had that software that put flavors on the sound. In other words, this has filters. Great, filters are fine. Everyone, I can't hear them. But that unit and the SMSL SU8 had that like Crystal 1, Crystal 2, Crystal 3, Tube 1, Tube 2, Tube 3. I forget what the last one was, but they were like, it was like an EQ tweak, but not like jazz or, you know, vocal. It wasn't anything severe. It was just a flavor of sound it would change. And I really enjoyed that because it was like, I don't know, maybe I like Crystal 2 on this particular headphone because it adds some sparkle to the eyes. And this doesn't have that. It should, because it's got a beautiful big liquid crystal display. It could show me anything at once. It should also. Hey, SMSL. Hi. Why is there no VU on this? I have to install CalRad VUs from eBay with the eBay controller to make VUs happen nowadays. It really is getting to my nerves. Anything with just like, I had that Little Bear tube, the Little Bear preamp tube, and it just show me the signal. You got it. You got the space. You got the screen. Make it $450 and chart and make me see that. Because it's a boring thing. I don't want to see a picture of a fucking fiber optic connector. It works great. The remote control is easy to figure out. Up, down, left, right. What does left and right do? Nothing? Nothing. So, I mean, I guess you could... Wait a second. Oh, I programmed the FLIRC. I guess I'm linking to a FLIRC. I forgot I did that. A little up there, little USB infrared receiver, and since the left and right did nothing on the unit, and I was testing so much with speakers, I made it so that I could next track with these. So if I were oh god, if I were outputting with the line out, I could just next track.
A combination of sounds with a view to beauty of form.
And I could mute it, and I could shut this thing off, and we could end this review, because I want it to be 22 minutes long, like I said 14 minutes ago. I think if you were going to get the SMSL M100 is $100, $80, $100. It's only RCA output, but it's a fucking clean little DAC. They make the SA100, the little tube, quality little fucking tube, little hybrid tube. I love it. They made the M300. The M300 was like right next to the SU8, and I was like, which one of these do you want? Because this does this and this and this, and this one does this, this, and this, and it looks a little better. But now you throw the M500 in the mix, MQA, better remote control, more inputs. It's the DAC to have. That's the DAC to have. Unless you're going for a pure DAC, like a JDS Labs EL, which is still not balanced. Hey, JDS Labs, give me a balanced DAC, you bastards. Like if you want something that's like a dumb DAC that doesn't even that has a touch button in the front that you switch inputs and that's it. We're talking about features sets and preamps and remote controls and MQA decoding. This is jam-packed for $400. I would take this over a shit Jotunheim any day of the week. Shit Jotunheim fell out of favorability a long time ago. You want to get this, and then if you outgrow the headphone out on this, or you want to try balanced, or XLRs, get a 789. You get that new SMSL SP200. One should be coming to me soon. Soon! A $250 6-watt per channel THX fucking amplifier. That's this big with the crooked... Doesn't match this shape at all, which is like, oh, God. They must have like 9 teams designing things for SMSL. Zeos fucking approves. I like it in red. It is legit the size of a brick, though. And if you're not looking for that brick look... It's a very pretty brick. If you're not looking for the brick look, silver and black also available. Links to this on Hi-Fi Express with the code. I will link to other things that I talked about on this desk. I'll probably link to this thing on Amazon at the very bottom, because in case it runs out on Hi-Fi Express, I want to still have people able to buy it. That wallpaper, which you've been probably staring at, people seem to like when it's the back side on the wallpaper, no more than the front side. Don't know, got a lot of butt people in this channel. That's available for download in the description. Crop it, put it on your phone. If you like all my wallpapers, $2 patrons get all of them. $5 patrons get to see all these videos at least a week early. If I yard sale this thing, which is very much up in the air because it does some very unique things that I would like to keep it around for, it would be from the 1st to the 10th of every month in the yard sale. Here's a box. I ship for free internationally. I ship for free not internationally. I charge half shipping for the international shipments because I'm a nice guy. If you're in Bangladesh and you bid $149.83 and you're the highest bidder, you take it. The $10 Patreon tier is the behind the scenes tier, where literally I'm on my phone all the time. You're on my phone all the time with me in a giant group of 160 something people. If I want to share something, I do. If you ask me questions about an upcoming review, I answer them. You're paying me to spoiler everything for you. So that's an option. If you don't like Telegram, too bad. Telegram's the greatest chat program that's ever existed. I get most of my wallpapers from Telegram and different anime chats. That's it. Am I 22 minutes now, or am I now 24:16? Yes? Shit, I went over. All right, that's enough. Neumann's good, headphones good, output good, weird leak done. And for the love of God, Hi-Fi Guides in its forum. I knew I forgot something in my rant. Hi-Fi Guides is the place where you can go to find either the forum, which has everybody on it talking about new things and upcoming events, and actually I should make a thing for the I'm going to Capital Audio Fest, which you guys don't know about because it'll be out way before this. And also the Hi-Fi Guides actual website is to help you find speakers, headphones, amps, subwoofers, all that stuff. Check it out. Give us feedback on the forums if you don't like it or we're missing something. Am I done again? I'm done again. I'm done again.